Hello dear aspirants, welcome to Dr. Soros's classes, and today I am solving the RBI grade BDSIM, that means Department of Statistics and Information Management। उसी का एक जो डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिस्टिक्स का जो पेपर है पेपर 2, उसी पेपर का प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर का सॉल्यूशन करेंगे। If you want to take classes from our side or want to take doubt clearing session, previous year question solution, mock test, study material, any of that, please don't hesitate, please call or WhatsApp on this number. Dr. Sources himself reply to your query individually through WhatsApp. एंड आपको तो सभी को तो पता ही है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स रिलेटेड कोई भी एग्जामिनेशन के लिए सोर्सेस क्लास इज़ द बेस्ट कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन इन इंडिया है। अगर आप लोग इस एग्जामिनेशन के लिए प्रिपरेशन लेना चाहते हैं और हमारे साथ जुड़ना चाहते हैं तो डोंट वेस्ट टाइम, because now we can provide the maximum discount for that course. Okay, this is the best time to take admission in Dr. Source's classes and boost up your preparation with Dr. Saurabh sir. So let's start with question number 5b. Question number 5b में क्या बोला गया है? A random sample of 16 observations was selected from each of 4 populations part of ANOVA table. What is the meaning of ANOVA table? ANOVA means is that analysis. इसका मीनिंग क्या है? Analysis of variance. Okay, so let's solve the now the ANOVA table is source of the table. DF means what? Determine the degrees of freedom. Degrees of freedom. Okay, so first of all, in first question will that, so how can we solve with that question? So here total sum squares are 1500, and F statistics for treatments, that is 80, and F value at 5% level of significance with appropriate 5% value level with appropriate appropriate degrees of freedom, that is DF, that is 2.76. and what is the sample size here? Sample size is n equals to what? N equals to 16, that means 16 observations. And what is the number of population here? So the total number of population, that is what? That is 4. So that is the given. So how can I define the degrees of freedom? So degrees of freedom for treatments, okay, total population equal to the number of population minus 1. So degrees of freedom for treatments here, let's say total population k minus 1, where k is the number of population and k is the number of population, and given also k equals to 4. So that means here DF for treatment is 4 minus 1, that is 3. And what is the degrees of error, freedom error? This is equal to total number of observations minus total number of population, that is DF. now अब हम क्या कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं? DF of error. DF means degrees of freedom, n minus k, where n is the total number of observations, n is the total number of observation, and k is what? K is total number of population. So given that each population has 16 observations, so there are 4 population, that means value of n will be 4 into 16, that is 64. So degrees of freedom of error, df of error, that is 64 minus 4, that is 60. Okay, so what is the degrees of freedom for total? This is equals to the total number of observations minus 1. So df for total, df for total equals to n minus 1, that is 64 minus 1, that is 63. Okay, so now we can calculate the sum of square for treatments area. The sum of squares for treatments is called SAST. And this, that is related to the mean sum of square for treatment at the error for some square, that is SSE. To their respective degrees of freedom, to their respective degrees of freedom. Okay, that means we can calculate the mean sum of square for treatment, mean sum of square for treatment, that is called MST. MST means what? SST divided by df for degrees of freedom for treatments, df for treatments. Okay, so also f is statistic is given by f is MST by MAC. So what is the meaning of MST and MAC? MST means mean square treatments, mean square treatments by mean square what? Error. Okay, so now I'm calculating the sum of square. So given here t equals to given f equals to 80, so MAC equals to SAC by degrees of freedom for error. Okay, so let's express SST in terms of MST and DF for treatments. So SST equals to MST into DF for treatment. So SST means what? SST means the total sum of square, that means SAC plus MAC SST plus SSE, the value of that total sum, that is 1500. Okay, so now we can calculate the SST. So you use MST, that is equals to SST by 3. So and MST and F equals to MST by MSE, that is equals to 80. That can be written as in that way. So SST by 3 and SSE by 60. राइट, अब हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करेंगे. नाउ सॉल्विंग 80 इक्वल्स टू SST into (60) by SSE into 3. So that means the value is that 20 into what, 20 into SST by 80, that means 1 by 4 into SST. Now substituting back into the total sum squared, that is SST plus 1 by 4 into SST. Okay, that means what, that means 1500, that is equals to, and the value can be written as in that way, 5 by 4 into SST. Okay, that is also written as is 1500. So the value of SST will be 1500, cut it out, 300, that is 1200, and the value of SSE will be 1500 minus 1200, that is 300. Okay, so now we can calculate the MST and MSE also. Mean sum square for treatments, MST, that is 1200 by SST by 3, that is 400, and इसके बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे, MSE का वैल्यू भी निकालेंगे. MSE, that is 300 by कितना, 300 by 60, that means the value will be 5. Okay, now the complete ANOVA table for that. ANOVA table इसके लिए कैसा होगा देख लीजिए. So now we can come create a ANOVA table. Okay, this will be the line. After that line we can put the 3 lines also. Just wait. First line, second line, after that. So now we can create the ANOVA table, that means a approximation of variance. So here the value will be put in that way. Sorry, first table into second column, third and fourth. So now I'm creating the table that is source of variation, source of variation, that is treatments, error, treatments, error and total, and degrees of freedom. Here the sum of squares, and here the mean sum squares. यहाँ पर क्या होगा, mean sum square. So okay, so DF means 360, 63 and 1200, 300. That means 1200, 300, 1500. Means square 400 and 5, and last line will be blank. So in step 5 we can calculate the at 5% level of significance the critical value of if at 5% level of significance with degrees of freedom is 3 and 60, that is 2.76. Since the calculated f value, that is 80, much greater than 2.6, so we reject here null hypothesis. Okay, reject null hypothesis. So that's all about that. अगर इस वीडियो अगर अच्छा लगा तो इस वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और हमारे साथ जुड़े रहने के लिए बेल आइकॉन में भी क्लिक कर लीजिए। आज के लिए इतना ही, फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। थैंक यू।